knowing that overloaded power strips are a frequent cause, an auditor might specifically use their phone camera to zoom in on power setups during an inspection.
And then,
and assess the risk of fire across different time zones.
Absolutely, that's a fundamental part of any safety audit, especially fire safety.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because assessing fire risk is exactly what fire safety standards and the NFIS data are all about.
If we connect this to our discussion about remote video inspections using tools like PickyBot, being able to assess fire risk remotely becomes crucial.
Exactly. The visual and auditory information gathered through a smartphone, potentially narrated in multiple languages, can help identify potential fire hazards.
And as you pointed out, the ease of use makes it more likely these risks can be identified and documented efficiently.
So your point really reinforces how these mobile accessibility tools can directly contribute to fire risk assessment during audits.
What's fascinating here is how the data from NFIRS can inform what specific risks auditors should be looking for through these remote tools.
For example, knowing common ignition sources or hazardous conditions from past fire incidents can guide the auditor's focus.
And if an incident were to occur during a remote audit, the detailed report generated with the narration would provide valuable data for NFLS, specifically on the assessed risks.
So your point really brings home how mobile accessibility tools like PickyBot can be a game changer for safety audits and data collection, including crucial fire risk assessment.
It connects directly to our earlier discussion about the importance of clear communication and understanding when it comes to preventing disasters, in this case, fire hazards, especially across different languages and in the process of risk assessment.
Absolutely. Now,
in addition, building code compliance and prevention of a tower from collapsing, like in the Miami Beach tower collapse case.
That's a really important addition to the conversation. Building code compliance is absolutely fundamental to preventing disasters like that tragic tower collapse.
okay, let's unpack this. Because building codes are the baseline for safety and are designed to prevent exactly those kinds of structural failures.
If we connect this to fire risk assessment and remote inspections, building code compliance often includes specific fire safety requirements.
Exactly. Things like fire-resistant materials, proper ventilation, and the integrity of the building structure itself all contribute to fire safety and overall stability.
And this raises an important question. How can remote video inspections, potentially with AI assistants like PickyBot, contribute to assessing building code compliance in addition to fire risk?
Well, visual documentation of structural elements, potentially narrated with language support, could help identify visible code violations.
For instance, the type of construction like wood truss construction mentioned in the NFIRS guide as a fire suppression factor relates directly to building